Mame mawache aha eye Adom TV so na asempa 94.7 na watchi dwumadie na ennemem ne da anopa ye de emma wo no enkomo ye bedie no na watchi mu esema asisie edroso pa na so ye yibi die edikan eye yewraken Ofori-Atta kane so afa no no shomayi esika semontotoye so ya special prosecutor penyi aye na sudie se obehwe na dwum sembia nipa bia wodi dwum abo maneka wodi ne begira emranim na emrani na di na se omani sika no beje ya de man ya waje maye no ebe kasa kire se wodi clear kane so afo no wanted isas wodi nkrata koma na woso ba ebeyi ensembia no cases makomako enum ena omudi ato ne ti so woso ba beyi ho ano a yekoye nim no memahunu cases no ene die wo mu ne eka abo oman na nam so a ewo se obeyi ho ano na asebisa anopai ye bebisa ene se eyedede keke anase emremu no ne kwan so a ena special prosecutor odi edijuma no ye behwe eho enkomodie edanchen so a unim se yewra Dominic akrutinga ayine wono ena yesofo a wohwe atentene ne so ono aso eyaban lawyer panyi cases bia na MPP amanyoko no ekitamu a wo mu edie penyefo bia bo man ne ka nanka wohwe so beji sika na mo man no na emran so ne safo na di no wo beyi sa cases ni nyina agya ebinu so mo fo omho enkonkodi Ghana for bonachi a ode anu ye aba abekire die ti asa cases no ogyaye ese enko na wo ehunwom no wo mu nyom fa hodie ye be wo hunu cases no anopai ene ni nyina so ntia ebi wo hono a wo se wagyai akire no die twato a ye be hye no anopai eye appointment bi a ye regulars the braden krata coach for staff ese wo bia abandada no fa wadwuma mu ebra no yato ba we December 7 na MPP ehunu so madin kugo na wo fa wadwuma mu de mu nyina wo be san kwotena fie adwuma no ye beje afri won nsem eno ena no pay ye bisa se ekwan pano a ena NDC enam so sana mo na wo mu etu no eye papa ye bedi san komoi ama wo na anopai menim panyifo mienu ena ebedi komoi Honorable Jerry John Kai kwasi uko Ablekuma North abaton pesuare so a oye deputy organizer ema NDC Osanso assembly member been to electoral area ho no Ablekuma North nankasa no ejada ho nti wabai de obema ho kakra de ekoso edanchen so lawyer Kwesi Botwe eye member MPP communication team obeka ho na enkobodie no ye de ahyehye so edian megye so ene abena pokuwa wenie mamu achibiem aha Adom TV na watwi edwumadie yense enkomo no ase na Jerry John Kai Kwesi mache yana that say oh yeah Ablekuma not to say
ye go so
the say no kwakwa ne say
akaka kra ye hwe isi enim
akosida me
me gidi pass enche bia
na bebo samay thank you ni ade ni nyina egu so ana matutu
dey be ntutu ye
mututu ye na ye declare na mo de thank you akobo wiem
juma ya bonde gidi say ye win ya just sit no afi we
mate na yenko ye ma Ablekuma no so beka ya ye to aba wie ye no eno ne constituency ba ko aka yehu MP ema mienu so de gina ye Ewrabna Obin ejina ye ewo NDC amanyoko ne dimu ena kua free ejina ye ewo MPP yen kase jada ho but yen sempi ye bedi akire yen san komo na semene Jerry John Kai Kwesi enhyase na yen hwe se a special prosecutor declare kane finance minister se oye wanted oye fugitive eni ade no o sha eyedede anase emra no na ode ye adwuma
enye dede uhwe niema baako 5 na obobo so na enti all here special all here former finance minister no ehu hia se odi obu be ma OSP office no na wabeyi nsem na no efi se ejina sa niema we so no oman we actually sika bebre and even se obetimi hu se other things were ho a crowfo ahwe o monkwane ade we can't bring back their lives enti ono no e was say with alacrity no at least no matter what obeyi ano obeyi nsemsem ano ne yehu bebia ne omada yentumi nkoye nim ehu hia pa
nti ensem o de betu dwa se onipa wato nsa afre no o se ne ho mfa no na lawyer fa tron krata ba na na yura fenyo makin ekasa e ma yeti ase se wo hwe de course ni nyina no a na chief of staff ya wo se ne ho mfa no nti oni oman mu eno ahu sem bi e na lawyers no e de baye nti obi a wonim se ne ho mfa no na yakoredi ne fie wo so suspect se e staged na odi betu dwa se o ye wanted asobi a wadwane from anymore say o mabiem oye is he being fair to the former finance minister
now ohwe nioma aircon na minjin this OSP no or sorry you just within 24 hours and nioma aircon no aircon me sure pa say behind the scenes no omo tutu na mo they've been trying to reach out to former finance minister and Sebano said he's not been cooperating very well from what we are being told. I think it's right to say they are doing what they feel is within their authority to try and get our former minister to come and at least cooperate with them so that they can understand and have answers to issues now. You might feel uncomfortable, but say as an authority.
But I say na mame call lawyer Kwesi Boche enchen Council Martin.
Good morning.
Let us say.
Me your Bible call am so.
Ya me adom ho ye. Ma hu say all over all trend pa.
So
obisa say but ni nyina no on a good note. It say oh you very young but we share enwuma branti wasua ene me say that hwehwe no mabobo ni nyina so ansa na masori dwumadie so. De ade asase no Yerekisi Ejebe, the special prosecutor, so why lawyer ni se waton safri obi na lawyer factual kata brewo ese ne homfa no wa declare no fugitive and wanted emra we no eyemra e na yedwuma wo he
midasi no pe de ma memfa konya iso na menchia honorable na menchia ahwefo a ehwe yi ni na na Saturday meba me hu se na yepi wo krompa ntia ma ahwefo a omosie omo nuanom omadofo ni ahyeden OSP ne Ofori-Atta nsensem yi de I think it's a very sensitive issue or see a hwene ye because a bit mad ni president bia dachi bia OSP foforo ye benya no na even police ne kura bit ma hwe so de omudwuma tell see it interrogate issues ni ye pa the kan say OSP eyemra na akreti OSP office no OSP ni shemrase enti dia OSP ni beye bia no it has to be in accordance with the law. Ghana has say I have said times with that number say mint na bebia in defend you bia yesusu say we are omani sika na sika eye taxpayers sika abre mini abawa betena ha homachin oto a wetua na obi afa hye ni bottom obi sa no yem betena ha embo na baso ana say in defend no enti no corruption dey ade a was say ni etimi kan ho bom ni etimi kuntia but procedures ne kwanya ye be fa so a fight corruption no it should be in accordance with the law. Okay. And once say did to me share ensem eye niama ene mbra no ebo ebra OSP no care or the power to arrest, OSP with the power to prosecute, OSP with the power to detain, OSP with the power to interrogate be say obi questions near there but sa powers ni nia no OSP act no na ama ne tumi a otimi de yese adwuma no now otie issues surrounding Ofori-Atta insensem ya OSP say otro koma Ofori-Atta say ohia no ama na be assist with investigations somewhere around 24th January and Ofori-Atta lawyers respond ma OSP say Ofori-Atta ni o man nim na okwa ayahwe US nti he is not available in the jurisdiction and on any lawyers na exchange letters correspondence near the idea nti latest letter about from Ofori-Atta lawyers in Capremo on 5th February they say omo attach letter free Ofori-Atta doctors US say somewhere March 2025 or was scheduled surgery nti so betima Ghana there then it may be after the scheduled surgery and maybe obetima baba lawyers now value mo say question bia and information bia OSP will be no they are willing to provide. But OSP response no the man lawyers now or say on here, which is 7th February now, or say on here lawyers no information na do here no any ura Nnawotwe. Now you be just say Nnawotwe with Johnny and no Johnny. This is a person I have the letters on my phone. Or throw letter comma then chief of staff Mama Fremo Pare on 2nd January say oh two coin as a 2nd January not Nnawotwe a government official, not a presidential advisor on the economy, an international government business near there. Into not throw comma chief of staff then say oh two coin. In case say abani hiana ni whereabout ni. In fact, after 7 January, you nya buying for His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama ni NDC betna abenya no so no. Nnawotwe sent another letter command the current chief of staff, Julius Debra. I think it's been over 3 days now. Issue see by your cars. Nnawotwe say the letter command Julius Debra. Me whose statement be a free the respected chief of staff officer enya no crese letter be sa aba. It is say tia the betima fan say it is true. Say letter be sa e call in chain. It chief of staff were the head of government staffers near and answer about you near OSP neka ho. Enim the whereabout of Nnawotwe. No, you be say on say yen fan say Nnawotwe edwane kura. OSP kwan your fast we declare no a fugitive from justice. Not just obi a odwane free rana no. Sa na tia na. Ye di kan OSP e person ko arrest obi a odi police station akoni aba bia nim say onim oye bibia against the law and criminal commit criminal offense na say dey go police station na e be ma caution statement say throw anu asem o throw anu asem we na police for na compare caution statement no any investigation on my year and I say charge o mo person mo dey bo ansa na o ma charge o nti ye charge wa dey ama wa dey e friend charge sheet ni na containing offenses ye dey charge o and I say charges are the abo and I say boni a wedi no. It is contained in the charge sheet. It is no share charge sheet na you beti ma charge you say ABA asumesi what committee financial loss to the state contrary to section so and so of the Criminal Act. It is a charge sheet no. And na ye dey be court prosecutors say police and now OSP and I say attorney general dey be court say you be prosecute based on these charges. Now court cry a kind charges natural. Ama ye bizarre say you guilty and I say you guilty. Into response how they be no. Then the criminal prosecution can continue.
Okay. Now
in the current circumstance, in ye bizarre you say Nnawotwe and charge pan then. Because there is no charge currently against Nnawotwe. He is not facing trial in any court in this country. I say he's running away from justice. So the question will be a business say justice ben and a odanye free home. Because if this is not a person you're charging no. This is not the person who facing prosecution bia or baby abeka say odanye free mbrana no.
Say because on availing home special prosecutor say waton safra no true krata maybe odi free by no ano. Onipa no man ho kwan o maye inti no I don't know what is so special prosecutor.
I think it is fundamentally wrong. Say special prosecutor. Or I disagree with the special prosecutor. Say Obeka say Nnawotwe and availing home. Because what is the duty of a lawyer? The duty of a lawyer is to represent the client. What throw letter command the client? You know, lawyer respond or say me wahasi. Dia here be abra. You cannot say or assume say nipan air dojo. And I say nipa no aveli ne ho ye or aveli ne one come and lawyers in trauma. Lawyers no soon to mean sorry on their own authority and respond to OSP letter if my client any more instructions. In fact, what kind of lawyers in letter now? First paragraph they say we act as solicitors of Nnawotwe and we have his instructions to respond to OSP or letter no. And you know the lawyers were acting as the representative or my man can say lawyers na kasa. And I say jinemu ama ora Nnawotwe into OSP into me nka say Nnawotwe dodge na na say aveli ne ho. And I don't agree say obetimi a conclude based on that. In any case, yen series of events you know. As at 5th February, lawyers net throw letter out. 7th February, or responded lawyers. This is just 1 week and dry 14 from 7 February to 14 February, just 7 days interval. Lawyers net throw letter out 7 February no. Oko ye read in any and it declare no
ready no so onim ho hwe say waka on record say onim ho hwe
dia I think say mefa konya so they are appealing to the state agencies, especially the police, to investigate the raid at Nnawotwe house. Because you see, if you're at Ghana, ha near to Krumha, na say BBC to me cause then mean you aba ye safe. Because if nkofo etimi kopam soldier atade hye, and now say a group of persons be etimi kohye soldier atade use Land Cruisers and pickups with sirens, ekite tuo any ade etimi borrow be fie without any warrant, without any authority be ade na che say kwakwa say a daylight robbery. Because so share footages na ade about out omo enter into the even the whole of Ofori-Atta. I have seen a video cry omo pamo ne mani akoshe dan baakum, which I think say very unfortunate. This can happen to anybody, and so let us all join hands to condemn it. Say enya the papa OSP so nim ho hwe. I'm expecting the IGP to take up the matter, to investigate the matter. Say be Ofori-Atta no Ofori-Atta Ibrahim Cratcher say you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Everyone say we di bone kra. This is not the treatment what say the man, because this can happen to anybody. This is gross injustice. Say adia and name bra no boy bra and what say yenya yes so I agree. So
but hina mo fa sade ni free say raid akoso all of a sudden almost say special prosecutor na akoye raid no according to him na wonim ho hye yate wo mrase bedwafie a yewura mahama yarega oye drum kase ba no dani abepa ho achewo se national security na etusa na monti no munni information but adana mo target special prosecutor so and na munim say wo hwehwe ken Ofori-Atta dada
honestly it is a fact no say wo hwehwe ken Ofori-Atta but it is a fact so ken Ofori-Atta or correspondence like I've mentioned to you as at 24th January or throw letter komo ken Ofori-Atta, even as at 5th February ken Ofori-Atta lawyers throw letter command 7th February OSP respond there 9th February and raid in this year internet stands to reason and to argue or to presume say OSP no enim raid in ho bi patcho what the American as internet will be the share na say bibi
nti obeka so onim ho bi say kan ka be fese mo beka say ne unim ho bi dia ye patcho.
That is what I'm saying, say so onim ho bi dia then the state agency police should investigate to let us know in Krofua omukoye raid. What is the authority of national security to raid somebody's home? What is national security authority? I mean, I don't think say national security, unless maybe they have some intelligence and ABB, and I have not even seen any statement from national security saying say omukoye sa raid no. Nti as now unidentified men and okoye sa raid. That's what I'm saying, say the police should investigate omukoye road. Na me ni abanim second Ofori-Atta wa committee offense bi kura. Let us go through the right processes. Nobody is saying say Ofori-Atta shouldn't come and answer questions. Nobody is saying say ye susu say ana OSP susu say Ofori-Atta edi bone a ana say for my nisika emano it shouldn't be brought to book or it shouldn't be made to answer questions.
Okay.
Nobody is saying that. OSP we won kwan say the person or ye bia or ye, but the person or ye no, it should follow the law and be in accordance with the law. Because now there are no charges against the person. Now UTA OSP press conference can be say or make Ofori-Atta two options.
Okay.
Either say on one kasa voluntarily and then on beba and now say or no be kwa kwatwena ba. We never say what is asem no. Say OSP
kasa two options.
Yes. So
say
OSP kasa asem na again I disagree with the OSP because we have not even gotten there yet. Because OSP in the first place who ni warrant already declare nipa no as a wanted fugitive. Because it is only the court, and I'm saying it here, the police doesn't have the right to declare any person as a fugitive from justice, or the OSP doesn't have that right under their act to declare a person a fugitive from justice. It is only the court. Oh, here your mommy said the name Tamaku, Tamana, or face trial na. Your money bill, time I was or showing home, and I say or reported to the police and not reported to the court, one court. Judge no man about 5 opportunities and not 5 or a genuine case no 5 times for Madam said the name Temaklo to give her the opportunity to produce herself. Nini ano obuso anye.
Okay.
nipa o sign the bill no yehwehwe no nipa no be kan o court say in fact ono kra no ni mebi a maami said na mtemaklo on that basis and justice efia say wa bocho kind the judgment na e ka say due to the cumulative events say madam said na mtemaklo ya ye de ebe ye bia say ombra omba no due to that cumulative event no declare a justice fugitive from justice okay okokota there are so many instances court no a declare for fugitive from justice. Okay. And I say even wanted persons, there are so many instances that court police the authority to declare a person fugitive from justice. The police on its own or the OSP on its own cannot determine say be a fugitive from justice. In any case,
so there's a court in the man sir. Absolutely, in
any case,
Council. I disagree with you on this. We are talking about a matter that is of interest to the state, right? And so we cannot let people have the luxury of determining the pace at which the state gets results.
Even
Victor Selemo wasn't well. He was put on a pacer and jailed. So what are we talking about? We are talking about we can't in some effort state and yet individual. This is the interest of the state. Now, say investigations here there is key. It's being carried out, but so cooperation and bibia a so anima state now. You cannot dictate to the state. About so be a kebet me din some money e wo krom ha. No I can say our lawyers and na or the agrobisa. No. In any case, national security, for public consumption, they can act on intelligence at any point in time without explanation because it is in the interest of the state. So, later on it can be addressed, but they would not relent when they feel they have to come in and act in the interest of the state. And nobody, not even the former presidents are above the law when anything determines clearly say in the interest of the state, we must go after them. And no
na obi baby say dia waka no bia enye tie wo ho but onipa no oni anwodin eni apomuden a obeden apie obeye den abanane na di nkomonti no unless you have tumi ehunu say oboa onyare no ho ye pa.
This is the reason why as a state authority, state apparatus and authority will not just listen to our response now the mayen.
Even now they document free hospital report every hospital
in today's technological world. Anybody can give any flimsy excuse to hide. Now we also need as a state institution I was say omo hwehwe ni omo ankasa omo nkom no omo who said they are okay. But until then no obi antimi ntina ba bia keke nka say oh so yare so we too quiet today. But the things now here can no. It's of grave interest to the state.
Martin T wo share e wo screen no so a charges enum ya OSP e de abo yewra keno Ofori-Atta kan so afa no show man sikasem so de kan e strategic mobilization Ghana Limited e no e SML and Jerry contract we say oman no ema na dwuma no na finance ministry any Jerry enom ne SM of course our contract na e ba no fa won de yeton wo ye pump stations ahodo na ye behwe se dodo no na yeton ebi esonkote de yeton no ho sika na eba ani ade no omadwuma no and wo hye ensema eba ye mekai saseboi the fourth state and na wo mo edisa ye expose no eba ye sika na oman no atua ama SML no na omunya adwuma bi omu deserve sika no mampani etie bedwaku ye KPM je no kwanya bedwaku mampani netie e wo hodada omo ye audit e wo san hwehwe mu ekwawi akire any find the some de baye no na chese oman no eye kasusuru ya contractor oman no SM koye no oman no anya faso bia wo mu na so oman ni sika kodi won mo tax kra na ka wo SM otua wo sika no so kra no na wo mo entua ho sam koje ne ho mena OSP eye ehwehwemu wo mu a eno eye dedi kan de tosum ye no so na ECG any Beijing Technology Limited wo mo ewo contract bia wo mo etwam eno e de ka abeto oman no so eno so no ehwehwemu ekoso ya special prosecutor ehia say ye reckon Ofori-Atta ebeba ebeyi ho ano enanchen National Cathedral ya na eno eyo mampani dada na adoda kwakufuado ne bossa wo seye na wo sase se odi wudwuma oti mpanyifo oti abedwekuo ana wo eye asafo ahodro mu akadifo kukudampa ene na ehye sika wo edifa contractors materials wo etoye dwumadie bi ekoso a omani sika ekomu no eno no ewose Ofori-Atta eba bebu ho akonta wo hwa amna kese eno matu biaya na nkomode be National Cathedral no ewoso ba no be yi ho ano sika ekomu no eye millions of dollars ena eno no eye omani sika akosem ewoso ba ebeyi eho ano enye no nko a ambulances bi nso a obeka ya mampani eto ambulances ahasa ene enso 307 ede ba Ghana ha asabre no hwemu ade whole Ghana na ambulances o man won 55 sa ambulances 307 ya mampani de ba ya obema constituency bia ebenya ambulance ne wunama ebi wono eho akontabuo ewo hono ma woso beya no achi krampo na o man sa beti yese se omo de contract ama raba ko a ehyehyemu akire no na kyese ye mampani baba ne ka mampani dada ne baba ne company a wo mo dia no mo ye so mo be maintenance na maintenance na ambulance ba ko bi o mo ye maintenance no eho ka no etumi to ambulance ne foforo e de baga na eno so ho sembe ye bebre na wo mayimu a OSP aso interest e wo mo an sakan krata wo hwafi etwa mo ni mu ana o hyase a na wo ye ehyehyemu eno so ohia se Ofori-Atta beba na wa beyi eho ano de twato e tusu enum eye Ghana Revenue Authority so omo tax refund account bi a sika bi fifiri mu ekọ ba bi omo de payment bi ni ade a entiase enimu eno so no OSP eye hyehyemu ewo ho eti cases enum yi ena omo de eho so bo no enye so bo se de abo na wie na so womo ehye se Ofori-Atta beba na sama ye de agoho nyina ye wabeyi ho ano nyina so a owo contract ni bi a otwamu esema contract o de ma ye oboachi oye monitoring ehunu say sika na ye de ma SML no oman no enya so mfaso enya se etu sika negu omra emeyi ho ano achi krampo no SML de nse ekwawi achi no say na eye downstream contract na one oman no wo ekwawi achi ye te kra say upstream de so asamba beka ho e ma mpanyefo penu a sori ye titiro ma wanyina mahoden fa ho no e kasa ye bo mo botugu ye enti cases wenum ene de ne ti so a wo so ba ebeyi ho ano a edia bedru ba bia yedru no eti bisusu se OSP ni setum no be declare no wanted ebi che se once a oye adwuma no e de so man Ghana na Ghana e wo interest no de opebia wotumi ye but kai kwasi de o se ati ase ne se emfa ho se onipa na di bone na eye in the interest Ghana ni bia ehwe se ye benya no ye no oman no ye demra na ye adwuma enti set say interest o emra no de ye adwuma na anaso wono ahwiresi emra nanim
menu aba me da for this mami sanka ensi so say ye ba no say expression of rights yan hwe ni ye a obi bia betimi aka say or exercise ni right into no obey smart out with the processes are issues na ye boboso no. These are issues I say or no ebeyi ano personally because our information a bit near lead probably even to uncrofo assess a go after them. And to the who here mean Jim this say yera Kofi Ofori-Atta so bad reading he cannot come and answer to us as a state. And to say OSP ye jano no nye nejuma na say ye who so experience difficulties and onya that cooperation or require na say national security or intelligence bia they can act and to say near OSP air canon or no so betimi enya ho kwan there are security agencies that are also international that they can cooperate with and bring you omo de obeba no be yin sema no eno nkyere say o right into ma emra enso enye edwuma obe delay processes unduly.
Na mami misal se since when I'm realizing the saying it says say wo mayimu na ye mami said na tamakulu court a declare yes we declare court am a ruling e say wa bo man neka e bra no ye maslo panyi a court am a ruling na wose sabre ya jeli no oni Ghana NDC abreso e no mampani mahama man sa appointment na e de bedru ha menti da se NDC ni bi aka sampa che mam ne say asem na ekọ so your money sika and was send sa no court really say omra meda fiase nti no omomoden a na wotu so anamo maka bi da maka che ne se omra ni nyina no ye in the interest of Ghanaians mas look dey enye different from asema ye kan
mpacho time ye jailing na say ye I don't know the word to use
ye really ye ma judgment to say ye sentence no
really ye no mpacho na endis na power
me kasa wona wo power me say
enti
mo make mo obi kasa krabo so da
me patch say the institutions that are in this state no are empowered to work enti say ya daily obi and ya really obi na say you cannot go after the person. I didn't think I was say NDC worry about it. Say young Emirates so we would have acted. And not at this time around, no share the trust that was given to us by way of the electoral victory, you know, very massive, and the statement is very emphatic. We need to act and act fast in the interest of the state.
But
fine, we'll be guided by law though. But meanwhile, yeah, ma obia embe yes outsmarting us to the peril of the state.
Meda say council utie baby a question di wie ya ti said na tamakrodi a mekan I say too many nyina ne kitamo ana mo betumi declare mo de interpol ni ade to date mo to be anya hohwe na obi so no de wo de sa institutions ni na ba ye adwuma no akọ ba bi nipa no ba bia wako yi na ba mo say no de wafomomra
meda say na de tie ne say Ofori-Atta enyusu ni reason say oyare nti wontimi embeyi nsema no. That's not what he's saying. I agree say assembly a matter of national interest. I am interested in the matter. I want to see Ofori-Atta prove his innocence. This is an essential and call parliament at the end of the day no utimi proving innocence. I want to see him prove his innocence. That's the same way other persons also want to see say state ever prosecuting obi ani baby issues different. So I agree that it is an issue of national interest, but the fact that it is an issue of national interest doesn't mean that the laws of this country must not be respected. Say obi ani di actually interest say OSP ewo hu to me say oye dia opese oye bia na say just a quite be a person of fast even in court, you are the friend procedural propriety. One follow procedure in court, create me as go. Just procedure and alone now, obey disregarded the crown. It me was a fatal. And in the procedure there, a very, very, very important. Even in a prosecution stages, the crown your friend criminal procedure. It is a procedure you must follow. You cannot say because you are the OSP. And because the issue is a matter of national interest in Tino, you are arrogating onto yourself powers only.
Okay.
No, and you're proper. And Tino, it was a OSP. Nobody says that OSP shouldn't prosecute Ofori-Atta or investigate Ofori-Atta. But the idea can say OSP, by virtue of Act 959 now about OSP, a children OSP, but first why you follow the act, follow the law, and do your job. But be a no problem. Be and I say, baby, in Miniaba, what I say. Charges are in fact those are say charges.
Yes, it's I don't think so
and I agree. No, you see a lot of people have the perception say Ofori-Atta charges and I say charger no.
Yeah.
And then na boss
money charge.
A lot of people have that Ofori-Atta now there hasn't been any charge leveled against Ofori-Atta. You see this in Sema OSP they buy in and I felt you see, OSP could have done a bit better, respectfully and humbly. Because you see, if it should be say, oh, the bad national domain, Amaya interrogate here, it would have been perfect. Saying KBR, OSP be concluding investigations. Nanka were instituting formal charges. Nanka charge sheet at that one thing. This is men's good. You didn't appear men's kojina quarter. Your man be 20 something count. Then we interrogate the offenses or the count one by one. But in some OSP, SML and GRE, cathedral issue, ambulances issue, ECG issues, as are now remain scandals or rumors. They cannot be the basis for any criminal prosecution unless say you have investigated them and charged the person in accordance with the law. Who charge you be the person who share the provisions of Article 19 it just said the offense now are committing it must be in contravention with a stated law or stated offense. If at the chronic stated offense, I want to adekwa ni mboni pa ni kwadu SML and GIA in front of one brand mu say SML and GIA stated offense but OSP no what otimi kwene sa rumors or scandals otimi ye na dwuma yie no kwene into official offenses or charges against Mr. Ofori-Atta.
Okay.
Counsel,
and so no, let me land. And so as of now, the point I'm making is that Ofori-Atta, he's not facing any charges. As of now, the OSP is even at the preliminary stages of investigation.
Since you some now, investigation. No, and you know part of investigation.
Ofori-Atta mean who baby? This baby, you provide money. Ofori-Atta say omba. I haven't seen it. But me says
OSP and I say SP no. To free Ofori-Atta no. A process now. But
you know something interesting. You know something interesting. When you say Oshe criminal jurisprudence wa Ghana hana, I say the accused person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. You say there is no burden on the accused person to even cooperate with the state agency or the investigative body. The accused person in the worst case scenario can say OSP, I will not cooperate with you. Charge me, I'll come to court. The accused person can say that. So what did I make that? Because the accused person is not under any obligation to collaborate or to help or to assist the police with investigation. He can only do that as a good citizen of this country. But he can say by virtue of the fact that I'm presumed innocent, OSP if I make a court, you are some can never become a court, maybe become OSP office.
Legally, no.
Legally, obey my yes, sir.
Okay.
But I'm sure that Ofori-Atta, as a well-meaning Ghanaian, as a patriotic citizen, would not want to go that tangent. Ofori-Atta would want to honor the invitation of the OSP. It's not a friend invitation. So it's not a summons. It is an invitation. You can decide, your more invitation, you can decide to honor the invitation or decline the invitation. That is why OSP Nankasa letter not Trokoma Ofori-Atta and say invitation to the office of the special prosecutor. It is an invitation. It is not a summons. So what I say, but you don't go court, they are court, then an invitation. No, that one you have been charged. If they don't know, you are under an obligation, say court, but OSP then the invitation. There are so many people in this country. Police are invited or more declining police invitation. I catch a police and say, do your worst. You can do that.
May I say, but Ansana Obeko when you on your mamma said Natamakru, the Oches and Muni power. They say more power, Mobeko Renabana. I'm not them.
A honor, Major, I think it's fair, say, Major Ama, the legal heads of the current government to determine the merits of that matter.
Merits.
Mint na enka say.
Merits. As in say any merit ni ya
sentence to under the previous government. Omo ntimi an act no. Ye ntimi en sorry keke say yaba power ntino. Who act.
Government wa wo kasa no pe ya no che say Ghana for wo gidie wo mumu eno mo de tumi na mamo. Ena mo de tumi ni bi ye adwuma e wo ye Ofori-Atta Mamilande. And I'm with 2 minutes be juma where you work Ofori-Atta so and special prosecutor can say ya o chesa ne kwan so no it 2 minutes kitamo
yes
court am a sentence to jail mo be kwahwehwe na na be serve na
eno na me say you be revisit this case now we would have to look at what the senior council etia say the merits of the matter. Because
in this case, there's been a judgment. There's been a final judgment from the court. There's been a final judgment. The person has been convicted.
As we speak, and can't Nyoma a priority as a government that brought us.
No, but you cannot pick and choose.
Who share the reasons?
It's not part of the loot. It's not part of the loot.
I didn't say
the 90 million is not part of the loot.
But the issues concerning Iraq and Ofori-Atta.
So what say enye mo priority ani nyina no.
This matter.
Question patro beti me. So what say enye mo priority a.
Yes.
Ni nyina no your money sika.
Ye beba so.
Nipa bi a westi no.
Yes.
Amfa so bi ama so.
Yes.
Ebi na ye kan. Mobile ye hunu say over 2470 cases and na ora e de akoma mampede arefa de akoma to ne general. According to the mo be save your money $21 billion. Enu ni sika mo be save your money no. E your money sika to ora no afa baby. Isa say ya to no fofofa mankofo ni nyina your money sika. It is obi abetena maslo ka bo money ka
90 million.
Na say akokot kwa do bibia for years abuabo no ya jeli no on si Ghana ha into oman no entumi ema no ko survey na okasa nya mo priority a yenti MPP na yenkwaji sika dey priority but mu de nye priority e na okache Ghana for
meba mama nsam mo hobium the reason ti America say say e was say ye nhwehwem you know say me no te ye nimpa say sa matter no say ye komu a some way somehow no e was political undertone
it is sika no 90 million no
ye be nhwehwem on top of that judgment ne ye hu say e warranty say yem fanim bra ne yem fanim behemu a why not you didn't behemu because onye above the law you said in tamaklo whatever no onye above the law just like
for clarity I don't understand if Mr. Kwashi says that they will investigate. There's been a judgment. This is not a ruling, no. There's been a judgment, which is the final determination of the court. Sedinam Temaklo has had her opportunity. So Obeka Bia or court. There's been a final judgment. So what are you going to investigate?
Now,
are you going to investigate the judgment or what?
As we speak,
because you cannot investigate
as we
that.
Speak, tell me the circumstances surrounding. If that is the case, what are the circumstances surrounding the fact that she could have been jailed and she managed to abscond and leave this country?
No, she was granted bail. She was granted medical leave bail.
Mami twa me ho sema kakra bi. Emra na wotwe dwumadie ha eye Adom TV na Asempa 94.7. Mami na wase se ogoso a eka me ho anopa yi na wotwe dwumadie na wutie ha eye Adom TV na Asempa 94.7 Ediya mejeso ene abena pokua renie anopai mene lawyer Kwesi Botwe Junior MPP communication team member oha saso ena honorable Jerry John Kai Kwasi Ablekuma North constituency or ye deputy organizer emma ewo ho Bintu electoral area or your assembly member ewo so yen wrap up on bebia na ye ginan concerning Sedina Tamaklo say mobile dem modern baba na mobile na yenkoyenim
to say near me kind me say ye deal with issues at hand e do ne de nso a ye better call
you say him say see
ye do ne so ye like the saying goes you do sa bridge now ye be cross it
but better say now
about quickly on that you see Sedina Tamaklo no Oyubia Yajeli no. Sedinam Temaklo should come back. His Excellency the President should ensure Sedinam Temaklo be back. About 7 the jail term. If you're a president for all Ghanaians. You're not president for NDC or against MPP. Sure. Ma me no court rule say wafag abogulushi for circle masika 90 million Ghana cedis. She should come. As well government initiative processes and kede ne back. Yentima wie na ye free abem.
Okay.
So muji tum say government a continuous process there then please bring the woman back to serve her jail term.
Because now can baby say abai wo tumi so de ne bad na manfa na ma.
No, it's an extradition process. So it has to be in accordance with the Extradition Act 2020 process. And yeah, one day event so the NDC should bring Sedinam. If they refuse to bring Sedinam Temaklo, it defeats their whole oral purpose. Because Sedinam Temaklo they need a proven loot, and you are proving loot to know say 90 million Ghana cedis. You are proving say what time scanner kwa kodi. Say loot ni dey most money interested. Them on fishing expedition you could hwehwea loot no. And then I'm here interested. Me about me dem no see on Ofori-Atta issues now. You see I want to make a statement and appeal to Ofori-Atta say until the OSP will drop the fugitive tag or say or describe Ofori-Atta as a fugitive from justice, Ofori-Atta shouldn't appear. He shouldn't appear and respond to the OSP. The OSP has to withdraw the fugitive tag immediately. Say Ofori-Atta a fugitive, he must withdraw that tag immediately, and then Ofori-Atta can appear because processes of fast will be declared as a fugitive from justice or a wanted fugitive. It is an improper process. It's an illegal process. It's a process novel to the laws of this country.
Okay.
And so Ofori-Atta should not. He shouldn't. It shouldn't appear until the OSP withdraws that tag. So OSP withdraws that tag, he should come and respond or honor the invitation of the OSP. And again, like I have said, he is presumed innocent until proven guilty. In fact, he can decide not to even cooperate with the OSP. If the OSP has any case, he should go to court. He should go to court. You don't need the subject to help you build your case. Ofori-Atta does not need to help OSP build his case. If OSP have any matter, go to court.
And now what's in a canon where you appeal, Drake was say he should not intend on your order now.
Me say appeal.
Me da say. Na what just here rakino freta me mane ma but ye beko ye nim. Ye second topic a ye be discuss no. Ye Dominic Akritinga ayine. Wono aban lawyer panyi saso ye swafo shatent ne nsem so. Unim se aban yi o mampani soy no e mane se ne dwumadi ase no. Cases bi na MPP eguso ana edi akire omususue mu no. Asoma sa cases no abo maneka nti wo so omudi akira kodura se se de ma me se nam tamakrodi ekoye ya ejeli semba mu no na so man kra beji ni sika o man nage cases ni bi sabre koko board mpanyifo bi yera sedu agongo ne Dr. Opuni no litovid fertilizer enso de bi omode ba ye ho sem koye bebre sa case no wato atwene wajawom eno achi so no yera Johnson Asiama mampani abodidi so onkonkoye governor ewo Bank of Ghana wonu so case bia na forefore no eba no bank bia wo musika sem defund bank no eno so we yi ato nchen papa no sei we ye free man wonam wodi ne djuma edo da che so yewra Dr. Kasi ato forsen ye ne oye oman sika sem esoafo ono so ene yewra Richard Jakpa nei oye national security officer no mo case wo man no so no ambulance bia na wo so mo kokra ba mampani dada mahama bra no wodi ne djuma na ehwo sense ba no so no we yato atwene na ode enyina so bi ba ya eka ho nye no ko asaglemi adan ya na ko so mkosi 5000 ko wi achi koda ni 2000 so mine sika be 200 million ekose mu bo mine ka nyina no wo track sa cases ni mu nyina eso wo enko ebika ho na enchemu a wode aba no de ye koye nim ne memu ahunu sa to force case no na wo kire se ono na ye lawyer ema no ene ne wababa ye soafo it is okaso osan kwakodi case na tia enye yie yewra Godfred ye boada meka ne soafo no no ha tenten ne so wono so abeyi hu ano no se wedie adabraka se ne wabaye soafo no a enka betumi ama aye abanya lawyer fo a wo mo kan ho no obi afa case no na wadi akire eno chese kokoyi case no etotwene lawyer wa ha ye bedi mu enkomo ma me ne kan enko kai kwasi honum na memisa do ebi tagi mampani se sade o maka so mampani dada Akufuado clearing agent no se o mampani mahama ene ne atone general ye chief clearing agent na kwasi title no magietum
David engine to mu
adentia
the entire engine to mu se o show mampani John Dramani Mahama se ne oye ni ma o carry ne ho no or per se every institution of state enye strengthened enti on fan na no ene ne ho enhye Dr. Ayini Nsemo as Attorney General. He is a self-made and competent legal luminary or shareholder. And he knows what the office is required to do, and that's what he's carrying out. Main point there, I don't know why I was so hard to pose or my explanations on such issues. But ABR, due to public confidence be a person or builder or something to that office no entina or yes it's fine however no entime interest or mampany na was say chinchinia of fee presidency ebe kire no ne onye enteno de that clearing agent tag no enyanum na bia omo prese omo pesi chinchinia omo diswa mampany ora John Dramani ma ba ene de emfa
ba osusu no cases na wo ho a o mani sika ebi 2.37 million euros ebi best 200 million cedi chese bebre no se cases nyina mo judge no sika na nse o mani sika na nse eno de woni ne ya adwen
there be that say e ba na say cases no the evidences against them are meritable. Why not? See I mean ka say one of the reasons I matter say some of the cases or most of the cases no they were defective when it comes to the evidences are the raising cases against those people and council or no about me whether if you have defective evidences or procedures against a matter or a subject how do you successfully prosecute today those cases don't have, they are defective. So why waste time and waste state resources in proceeding on such matters?
Yeah, cases now are defective. They be anyway.
Now, sir, ubema me chance na mi nkoma. I mean, Mami, just a minute. Me person may you see my junior. I want to read out some of the things Attorney General no a boss no.
Okay. Eti usha yura Attorney General da wakasa no obo ba koso yura Johnson Siama. Ye Dr. Yine eka se wo chance sey no a enkrata kora mo de enkrata ekoma kane Attorney General ese case no ka won twensan isan se adanse de bia ni ho evidence bia ni ho a wo so de ko na so yewra Godfrey ye bo adam ya be kire mu se ne nsan kan krata bia ya yewra yi ne eka ho asem nti so betumi de krata bia ba bontia be ka se san krata we na kwadobofo na asem no ekito mu a wo mu edi echi no ede bre wo aban lo ye panyi se asem na ye di echi no ye ni nyina so nti ye ntwensan na ye yin free court wose se yewra ayi ne betumi ede document bi aba bonte se no ne krata ekoya odi gina so aka asem na onka eno cheso no yewra to force de ambulance sense wo mkotu esika wo bra na hyehyɛ kra wo se famu ansa na seketua ba mu no ankoduru sampempenso na de omde beduru Ghana krampo no na de ambulance enye yie ema sika ne koka mu no eno so wo kyese se wo se wa be ya ban lawyer panya na sabra wo ye ne lawyer no ensi wo kwan se wo be delegate obi wo be yi obi se disasemu yechi ema no enkosi ase enye no nko a wo hye ambulance ye kokobodo de no so a wasi adansefo e ba ye ibi be kama Attorney General ibi so be kama ye omo amoye accused no ho sem bebre iti se meboa wo ne kakra menim which one at se kokobodo de no na to be specific no o kano ana
o hwene ha Attorney General say we having several meetings na no he was disagreeing with most of the issues now raising and also no he was acting in conformity with the constitution I can't quote the particular clauses and Niemana actions now all taken serve the interest both of the states and the constitution say we should do things in accordance with the law Tiseni Aminia Bemakan a while ago and why should he proceed with cases lucky that's merit to waste the resources of the state and everybody's time.
Okay. May that say, Council.
May that say.
You
see, the Armenian we can forgive him because he's not a lawyer. So what I say, we can forgive him. But to see, say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, any clearing agent on the basis, say, or person strengthen Attorney General, the Attorney General be biano. Attorney General na ye President Mahama and the Attorney General on their own. That basis is a flawed basis. If that is the basis in there, NDC for say John Dramani Mahama and your clearing agent, and you're not a clearing agent. If that is their basis, then he's even more than a clearing agent. He's also becoming, I don't want to use a certain word, but he's more than a clearing agent.
Okay.
You know why I'm saying that? Let's go to the law. Article 88. Mini aba mekanya wada ma no akire mo twi amame ye be interpretation wa ha Article 88 clause 1 or say there shall be an Attorney General of Ghana who shall be a Minister of State and the principal legal advisor to the government. It just Attorney General no ono na obetu abanefo eba the issues of law. 2 the Attorney General shall discharge such other duties of a legal nature as may be referred or assigned to him by the president or imposed on him by this constitution or any other law. Patriotic the American discharge other duties as may be referred or assigned to him by the president. Patriotic the president of Ghana is saying. And the president need to mean refer or assign the Attorney General to perform a specific action. So the president under Article 88 clause 2 can order or instruct the Attorney General to issue an only prosequi in court, and the Attorney General will comply. This is a constitutional, provision. And America. And to say, President Mahama and per se, and as President Mahama is not directing the AG on what to do, it cannot be true. Until say we can have a different conversation about that, but the president may have even directed Attorney General to issue an only prosequi.
No, he said may have.
No. I was quiet when you were here. I was quiet when you were here. I was quiet when you were here.
Yes, cases.
Now, you got into the cases. You see, to be very fair, the Attorney General, issue nolly prosequire by law no, he doesn't need to state any reasons in court. But issue cases now boss who are cases by minua kwasha asem kind issues of national interest or mind this can yaka ho asem no. Cocoa board issue no 271 million Ghana cedis. Segleme housing project no $200 million. Ambulance scandal which Jackpa no general court no 2.37 million euros. Osha Dr. Siama issue now had to do with the collapse of banks affecting about 4.1 million depositors of this country. Now say ye den krofo we ni makwa ko gina quarter. What's the issue no le process kwa ya mad reasons. 4.1 million depositors now and komusika ya hwere omo banks egu ye UT bank ni capital but don't they deserve to know the reason why ya komusika ya abo omo. Workers are omo hwere omo adwuma in these banks, don't they deserve to know why these banks were collapsed? Into the former Deputy Bank of Ghana, Dr. Siamakwa Kojina Court, that's all withdraw. You say you don't need to give people a reason. What's on your clearing agent and I day? We are Zoom Lion agent.
Send watch us or buy over.
The Bunya clearing agent and I Zoom Lion agent.
If you prosecution, no,
and I say
side lawyer. Or beton craft if you prosecution side they say case no. Omuni na subient or some withdraw.
No, the attorney general has come to clear that in says assembly rather sema ya sema em fanye adwuma ya sema a lightweight mo BMF. Attorney general in office that time. If that is why we have something called transition. If let be why I am sure there was a transition process between the outgoing attorney general Godfrey and the current respected attorney general Dominic Kaini. Salata nkebe piaba say oh prosecutions when in general court. Now when there you need general so be to assume officer twem because I dream say nkiye kura nkiye bede nkiye betwem. Until the AG cannot say that such letters existed. I am not disputing say ABI I don't work with the agent, so I cannot go into the details. But from their girlfriend, that be a catcher and say, "Oh, no, your attorney general then," or say, "Our letters no exist." You see, me about. So I say, I'm very passionate about this because you got to about in 2024 no, and this is for body rules say, "I'm recover all the loot." You people didn't tell us that you were coming to protect the looters. Look at it, say, "Mobile be here, operation protect all the looters." And Ghana for and two about mamo because ora ya muka say mo ye say more than ora no. Into a sport further agenda. Just say, "Mo papa, performer appointees near which I feel say it is unacceptable because Oshesika Mabu Bosu ha 271 million cocoa board scandal. Now, $200 million. Oh, yeah, lawyer to be born. Sagleme.
Cocoa board hodie no. Utia sama attorney general kanya. Case of mode koye a year fertilizer as a normal system and no mode buy. And I bind the buy the because fertilizer moko fa buy no. Na fa so bi and Susan say just say I the results ekwiafo ampe. Adansefo according to attorney general no. Adansefo ye report for the board that de koye. Adansefo mienu no ba ko ekwiafo no mienu no. Ba ko beka say oh on dey o use ye no. Ni kokko ni su ye onyanfa so pa. And national best cocoa farmer kra ebeye witness street say eboa no. Ba ko samwa no. Officers say wo cocoa board and kasa so kokoto a omo chese no de na ye na Ghana ye standard authority no enso so ye hwehwe mu chese na ye fertilizer jene na so nti no say such a case wo court na attorney general bi se maba mititi mu nyina na evidence witness amode ba ne de omo ka no eni nyina so a waye bone nyu
aba won say na wahehye nsem ni nia kama wa ben pa yi attorney general susu say sa niam we nia ne nyina attorney general a judge Pacho judge na. Let the trial go on in the interest of justice. Near acquitting, discharging the panikra and finding who so. Do you know the implication of the nolly prosequi? The nolly prosequi doesn't acquit and discharge the accused persons. Nolly prosequi is say court you bet massa initiate charges. Ni bi chinebi say NDC free abem na say MPP say amba power. We can revisit the cocoa board scandal. We can revisit the Segleme issue. We can revisit the Dr. Isiama issue because a knowledge prosecutor doesn't acquit and discharge the accused persons. But yes, I know we need and you can hear the ball because same way do the various stages of prosecution. It be a kakakra near the final judgment. It be under cross-examination. It be under say you gather evidence near the idea. But who you should knowledge prosecutor not say one revisit the same way be. That's our buying for bar. The new government can go into these issues again and it will be like we are taking this country back. So why not let these procedures go on?
Okay.
Let the people be acquitted and discharged by the court of competent jurisdiction. No be who say who yes so we are too force in asema yekin. Are too force in your care finance was acquitted and discharged by the court. But Richard Jackpana ya acquitted and discharged by the court. But just what is be referred to at force and assembly bill? No so let these procedures and these processes go through. Because you people didn't tell Ghanaians say you were going to protect. These are looting. So another loot na perceived MPP looting kwa. Meaning about perceived MPP looting kwa.
Mama ko kwesi hono mo. Cases a ye ka ho asebia no. Ba ko ewo mu yewura James Jachikwesin eda no esamtwofo bisa yewura yi ne ho asem. Wo chese sa case na okọ ho no. Yewura Jachikwesin lawyer for person o mo akasa o mu di asem na chi. Na court clear Jachikwesin enti no anfa nsa ankasa case no eno na obi bisa se ebi wo ma party na ankasa susu se da bi me pese processes ne ko na ye clear me se me ho son me nyemfom so na me nya me fa mu de edikodi me dwuma enti wo anfa nsa anka enti nya ne lawyers a eba mu an je sanke no so ko be clear
mean to me entina ha interested nanka eno so be clear because that issue is not being tackled by the Attorney General currently. Now, Oshe, to say near me, I say already Article 88 clauses no. Those are the constitutional provisions. But the matter at stake, the Attorney General can clear emphatically say, or filing nolly prosecute. It was based on what his Juma OD, but a yet directive from the president. Say our proof be waha that say Yewura John Dramani Mahama issue clear instructions. He's free to put it out.
But I want to chichima so kakra kwasi me wo hayi me ye multimedia juma.
Yes.
Me ti hayi asem bia meka so boba ye de bo multimedia.
Now so
say nyabotre mame say ye siwa ye besi me asi multimedia because a multimedia na me platform it is said me ti me kasama multimedia
and you report to multimedia
so at yes it no se mampani apaw attorney general edi ne dwuma no kire say yen single out attorney general na yen fa mampani ensin kire se mampani ni mo we menti ase kire me.
But then don't forget say uti network we so na udi adwuma bi na say enso ania multimedia has also has a right as an entity to disown, to wash their hands off what you say and declare it as not a view.
Then President
No, meba.
I want to
to me see.
Don't even go there.
Into no, I want to say sad and necessary. Mammy, a konya come and better now. Yes.
You are not expressing views of multimedia.
But they make him be ano.
No, she's expressing views of multimedia.
No,
she is.
Dear me, no.
She is.
I am multimedia.
Now, in this case,
a queen so about so one by a multimedia.
In this case, near Attorney General, Chairman Bebia, a touchman.
To you, what also swim
because even Honorable Attache across some time back, about out says Sagan project had been nicely done and delivered.
Nicely done and delivered.
But even it is here.
Nicely done and delivered.
See. Mamin Kaincho. Or say the prosecution in this case also failed and neglected to take account of payments that were made by other ministers who took office after Honorable Collins Dauda. For instance, the Honorable Attache as Minister of Works and Housing approved a payment to the tune of $5 million in 2017.
So where did he say that the project was neatly done and delivered? I'm waiting for neatly done and okay.
That ought to have been considered in determining the value of state funds that Honorable Collins Dauda had misapplied. Now, it's in criminal law to say an accused is entitled to know with precision the crime that he has committed and the burden that he must discharge in order to prove his innocence.
Jump to completely done and delivered by Attache, and please jump to that. Okay, when man jump piano apache.
Okay.
No, let him retract. No, let him retract that statement. No. When man you hear the man retract.
Me read it from statement Attorney General issue ya.
That we said the OA no site bi o nye statement na wo kan o
statement no at the Ghana web CCR
fantastic no but you see me about what say Ofori-Atta say the project was neatly done and delivered. Please, if you cannot prove that, retract that. Because he hasn't said that anywhere. It would mean because I retract it. And that's what media for money free. Oh yes, of course. Because a issue
it was a money we know
issue are not a work court. A issue are not a work court. And to say the former minister say project in the crowd was neatly done and delivered, you know. It's a very serious statement. But just what the American say. When in actual fact, the project has not been neatly done and delivered.
Getting to the latter part, and also Irakojo Ponkromane call Works and Housing Ministry, or more ABA to one man, or more EP investors, or more bit to me, Abbey.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes, say.
Processes are the respected upon Chroma Edigu. Now, if the project was neatly done and delivered, why would you go back to say government person in the private sector? Because it's Kebi and who are buying the Bekwakusi project. The government wants to part after you people squandering the money. What are you talking about? When you squander the money, now they don't call it out at Jina Court. Why would Collins Dowda because Collins Dowda has squandered the $200 million. You couldn't prove your matter. That's why Collins Dowda had squandered. Collins Dowda was in court because he had allegedly squandered the 200. Sikani the man is over Kusi Segleme housing project $200 million. You know, Sikanasa so ye project. You know, that is why he was in court. So to say MPP abandoned project and this Cameron and Yenfanko complete project when your former minister had spent the money.
Period that could drop on Chroma by ya or open up say and crankre phobia obey me abano. Sena mo between ni say yada na mo buy na no 1 to 1 Kabana Senka project in
the respected honorable lawyer Kujo Ponkroma only was minister for works and housing for only 8 months.
But before then you had works and housing ministers Ira Satia Baye Ira Senso Bache Baye Asana Kujo Poneba the end of course.
I agree. You see Sikanye DC die. Ya fa papers in Sidai.
Okay.
Sikanye di besi die no. Ye di scam out say mini abafa kosi Segleme housing project. Ya ma $200 million plus.
Ye nim ni nyina and na work court. It for 8 years. Want to me am to sane ma.
Umama no sia obeti dia mekana say. Sikanye di ama say fa kosi project no. We diskani ni ama sikanasa. Then na nipa fufu na wa band sika be no fa nko complete project no. There was no money.
Kojo Ponkroma dey na we lawyer, dey na we na nko dey kwa share dan si no.
There be 18 na no Kojo Ponkroma started a PPP project here. Private person because there was no money.
It had na man share PPP na sentem kabana project say
no PPP takes a procedure. It is not a one day event. It is a procedure
for 8 good years.
Because Kojo Ponkroma respecting law, he didn't want to go through sole sourcing. It had to go through a tendering process. Even they had to be
granted for 8 years.
No, not for 8 years.
2 ministers.
Please, you are referring to
the project was abandoned.
No, you are no.
So you see, it was abandoned. That Senam was a Canadian man from your project. No, na muja
before
out of 5,000 housing project. No, musi 1,500 and now crano want to meet them.
1,500. It was completed.
Which one was
it was completed?
And I'm
project and you left it abandoned. You left it abandoned.
Who left it abandoned? There was no money.
Okay.
But where was the money? You people squandered the money. You saying the project was left abandoned.
People started stealing things from
the place. In 2016.
First phase was completed.
What time?
To me, chair as I sit here.
Because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Because
I remember say President Mamakra toured the place. The time our first phase was completed. And then mobile power no say chinchini mobile call into that project. And you abandoned the project.
The fact is say Omampani Mahama at the time inspected project na
doesn't mean the project was completed.
Doesn't mean say we are be to meet them money.
It was made clear say were in phases. Now that first phase
it is that first phase no mu we na mokoye inspection we no nkrofo kotene mu ana.
It was not completed
because we lost power immediately after that. Mobile, you could have continued.
It is not true.
Why didn't you continue?
Usi die no anyes UH system. We be there got them. Usi dying.
But no, when the project first phase was
the project was completed, people would have, it wasn't habitable. That's the point. The projects were not habitable.
Question.
Yes.
But what is Seglement where if your first phase was habitable?
The project Eda court in the Attorney General I withdraw case no. Me dear me person am tears ye free counsel chain say. So what they could job upon yes lawyer ebeye ni for dear. Sa dear counsel shas ye no. So mo de no ba mu even at the time Era Collins out that work quarter kasa project in Kenya say ye go so tia.
At that time was no minister.
But there was a minister. Near what you as a minister.
No, at that time.
And two persons almost say PPP Nasiana. A baby could job on Swana.
Respectfully listen to me, please. As at the time Ofori-Atta assuming office, the matter was a subject of investigation. Now I'm nothing na kwakujina court. Okay. And he said, and after so Attache times with that number say, or my experts, about 3 different experts, evaluation of the process to know the amount of money that will be needed. And yeah, the idea. Your project in near way, and conclude say they need about close to $50 million plus dollars to complete how many years? To complete the project. But you tell me, they need $50 million plus dollars to complete the project. Now, government didn't have the $50 million plus project. Okay. Because Sika you try yes in your Francis Segleme aben so no. And the end is almost discarding your so much real project. No,
I was saying
proof. Who say Collins that proof. Bring the proof. Where are you sitting
here?
Please. Yes. What the Kenya can say be say you attach and because say Saglemi then we the kama up presenting their more minor. But okay come in na ko see here. Baby and one or two
no do the one
withdraw but any chopa withdraw because me withdraw say they say that's fair the project has been worked
me that say now my last topic patro ya che wa say and baby phone lines na what you mu and na yewra Julius Zebra one na chief of staff what den krata beto abonten tintini ni tete nyina ne say wo bia ya ye fa wa banjuma mu after December 7 so ni say December 7 ye to aba na de chi mu aye kwa na yewra Dr. Baumia awotu Frank ama MPP ebeji tu mu say wadi ntwu e na oma pani Muhammad Tinkwa wo bia ye to aba wie ya ye fa wadwuma mu kosi December 7 adwuma no abon unya adwuma biem ye bisa se eye sapa aye bo ato honom e dia mo man no kwasi mesa se wo wa ho so dia mo ye Ghana fo na ye adwuma
me my family there on my view say to about December 7th and MPP lost the elections. Transition team was put in place. And during the process, Nancy Kramitie, General Mosquito, the chairman of the great NDC, our Radio Gold, last Wednesday, Onompokra Ebo also said, during the transition process, almost stated clear to the outgoing government, say, almost things about last minute recruitments near their more almost holding on with that. Now a transition process now handing over they are proceeding. But today, as we speak, there are allegations any reports of Nkrofo last minute appointments backdated appointment letters and all nyama when you know and it doesn't sit well. And as a government, I was here ensure say things are properly done because appointment in Ghanaians first. And so any member of any party. And we want to ensure say those things are the proper things that have been done. We don't have to wait. Because I'm ready here, and yes, because and
but what can some be create employment? Can not for you, no. But more GF
say, you can see a create employment, and no chase say before illegalities. So, and you're stopping as we speak, and I support the office of the chief of staff for that directive. And it should be carried out to the latter, so that the right things must be done. Say those people now are appointments no ye na say e woni kwan so why not say nye ni kwan so we would as they've been revoked, now you're calling for proper recruitment processes to be followed.
And then I say, I'm on your foyer, and I'm not son. It's as I say, I feed a year buano. Say, I feed you a yin one is sunku, a janus one is sunku. 2016, 2017, transition bremu, recruitment be bree, and a mampani that Mahama, or mampani Mahama the time, a year, wa bra. Na ya to abawie amunim se modin kugu amukofie increment amode baye national service allowance increment amode baye you knew say malusu aba amoko e na mo twato hode ma wofofro nti ade nenei asase sana obi so ye no de mo se monte ase but at the time wo the constitution defend it say still na wotumi a wode baye sa adwuma nya ade na ya mo yesa
menewu kasei. There's been cases of Nkrofo Omulusi Omoijuma by way of appointments. Ayera John Dramani Mahama Emma Omo answer no fee power. Omo proceeding. Even one of them was the former CEO of Rage Hospital. The case no Edaso court Besimri Awabedani MP. As we speak, there are people Omo proceeding on leave. Those things happened. Yeah, we couldn't do anything because we were out of power. Say, ne, yaba power na say, Nyoma anchor writer. Are you saying, say, because ABC in the past, no, we should be quiet about it and continue?
Na dia mo ye na obi repeat ya. Eno dia mo a problem amo.
Yep, entina Ghana for a shame who say we imponting on Mopamo ye. And on who wesa. We should come and right the wrongs. It's writing in here. Yes, you to me my point. Council, enter assume nkoso.
Dedikan first point. 28 May 2017 will be on funny phone. Say internet access will be our phones no Google. Mahama to Akufo-Addo. Mass sacking of workers unacceptable. 28 May 2017. This is after the backdrop allegedly in 2017 MPP abanye say nkophobia Yamfa kwan papa so I recruit you mono. You be your more free public service. In fact, let me say it on record. Say MPP stated that, but in effect, there isn't any public service sector apart from a moment by appointment, you know. And you revoke you on my point. It was said, but it wasn't done. Miniaba NDC eba power. Omo share Bobby Breeze, omo bombe create jobs. Okay. No mo crowd mo be jobs. They say. Ejuma baako nipa 3 ejuma baako workers bebree so 1333 o be create jobs na mo be create jobs and na mo first 1 month in power dia mo be create unemployment is this a government dream amount for ho mo ba power 1 month ni am first idea here mo is to create unemployment. This cannot be a government that thinks about the people of this country because most of the 24-hour economy baba be create jobs implement the 24-hour economy and create more jobs. But idea Mubabe Pamo about close to 500,000 young Ghanaians omuye adwuma aboa oman no omubone ne sen omubone nia ne say abanya sesan which I feel say a unfair treatment which is being given to this persons and also the directive is also an illegal directive. It is an illegal directive. I have engine no be affected by the directive say nipa no ko secure remedy in court because it is an illegal directive because be nearby okay article 191 of the 1992 Constitution that talks about protection of public officers. Okay, 191B now. Or say a member of the public service shall not be dismissed or removed from office or reduced in rank or otherwise punished without just cause. And in what is the just cause that has necessitated the removal and the dismissal of these young persons? What is their offense? Okay. Please, President Mahama, would you do this to them? Already know unemployment in Africa and in this country is a problem. We all admit, say the youth need jobs, and that is why the youth have believed in you. Say, oh, Baba, 24-hour economy, when you're Juma, it may create more jobs rather than sacking these persons. In any case, you see, President Mahama Bayan, what committees be so much share other education, then At least you could have even set up a committee to look into the employment of these issues, to ascertain whether or not the employment were done in accordance with law or otherwise. But to take a unilateral decision, arbitrary decision, say, oh, Pamuyan microphone, I mean, no, National Health Insurance Scheme, Pamu microphone close to 250 3 days ago. Ghana Water, oh yes, I know my way now. I mean, you are trying to create a state of insecurity in this country.
030222 701 030222 702 and now 030222 703 and your phone lines are yedi edi juma anopayi frɛ na che wadwen anopayi nkomo yedi e baabi a pesa wo de fa no ye twen wo se wo de wadwen kire ebeba mamenti okwaji
council e kasa no say nanka president set up committee na omunye nhwehwemu into some of these recruitments and America say we have appointed people are in those places, in charge. And you know, the first step take a directive, our chief of staff issue say all those appointments after December 7th should be revoked. You revoke here, I don't say ufa mrakwan so and unya ya yet me call you back. And secondly, there's been reports of officers of the previous government in some portions of the I've received money from people.
Hello, madam. Good morning.
Morning, me pacho yetio.
Me pacho. One video na banana mahama akase. Oba oma ye recruit no. Oma ye mpam no.
Video na wo kano mahunu. Wo say oye specific or say Kwafo kaso oba sabe no mbe kwa to special voting into aka security services asem na sa video no eka de ye kan no unse even though say nyina na public but no ye security or ye specific with police fire mo any ade itibiti o de opesa oka no
by affect security for
of course
and one thing is to say nurses and your friends and doctors near the they don't employ them based on political year by year, if you are done with your friend is saying licensure exams near the then that year if they are calling you and you are done with those things, they employ you. Service. Your problem was Ghana, I don't know. More education than my for I never form. Just don't listen to this people. You just do the education, that's all. The person me work on.
Me da sebema mamema of Ofori-Atta.
Good morning.
Me ba che frost efrefi.
Abu is secondly.
Yetio.
And the payment will wash of Pupa. Now, I'm for sure MPP knows and one cannot continue. Don't catch a Ofori-Atta. I found and live on hospital. I'm not on Bassano, but Mamma Kabu. Hospital billions of billionaires no for hospital. 2 years billionaire went to Mukau and 2 years Kawa in front of the cost hospital. Women just are some of catching them. You are the Okoso. Professor Moss. Of course, to Konojana, you are Omukara Professor. That's what I tell you. Akufa no I tell you I'm not order more current sacrifice for me. Only yes I can further for your Bema or see on this Katida 58 million I cut it all.
Mate. Better say Mammy Fa of Ofro.
Yes, answer no.
Okay, better say Bema. Mate. Okay.
Now to send an American, there's been reports and allegations of former government officials, any officers of state omujiji in Ofori-Atta. I don't know how far that is true. Omujiji in Ofori-Atta to get them recruited.
My investigation.
Was the
Eben no frefi.
Efrefi was a cropon, Western region.
Me bacho meet you.
Oh, say, Kakam Pesa Mekan say. Tama ya to abani wiye. Hello?
Meet you, Bema.
Tama ya to abani wiye no. Samba ya 2 years no. So, say, what can I say? Finance minister, what can I say? Omrana, Omeridi, and budget you ho. Or ya saw ma, what can I say? Still or abaimu. And yet I say, or say yen juma. What can I say? President or the wire president. Now after there or if anybody on it here, and yet so far as out, that poor banner or that one it here. But me funny back.
Okay.
Yeah, the next time so it is about obey Madam Massey.
Miss Redas say, me for Frost. Oh, okay. Bema pacho ba mitio
entimi de me se no krebi wo mu se nkrofo bi agigi sika enam eso ema ye ma nkrofo appointment na mesre monsa line na monkoji musika back na abai ye be go through the right process na ye ma nkrofo edwuma metiti nsem pi me ni evidence but se no krewo mu a mesre nkrofo nko back no monko jiji o musika.
Only evidence I have a big platform.
No, because nkrofo na mo kika nsem no
so
they are complaining.
Una me bisa said they working social media near there you come across one at a point but se moye hwehwemu bi awie na mahunu se bia numbers say we see agenetica ne ya hunu se de ye mu nyina adin afim but say they working hwehwemu bi ankomu nti social media atesem no ana
me patch say whether a social media atesem ana ye kukum atesem no krabi ebemu a mesre say nkrofo no munkoji omusika from wherever or whoever they pay them.
Me nyaba atema me nwa ikan dey in front to baby. Na onimbo o kan bibi say directive na chief of staff for
ba. Me patch ma me kwa homasomra amponsa e woda. Amponsa ma chen.
Yeah no ma how come to say?
Nyame adom me ho ye etio.
Pesi ye.
Me patch you know the AM4. AM4 na atra on my way more access. The acquire AM4 efaso ebu on my way no. And then AM ochna obi foforo. Adria ewe yitima ereti on my way no. See jai avia industrial war revolution with you or my Assam can America. What I was there, like a houseless king. And then I just saw a kind of boy. After forcing the court and an offer by the packet who found the original.
Okay. Mame na se na me fa me last caller. What akra de matching.
Me pese me bisa ne say NDC eye campaign uti o masem ni nyina ni ekire ne say e ba o mo pese o mo ba konya so biu ni o masesa o mo beye no ma papa nko a
okay
and it no mo kan reset no na as a reset so uti mi nua ya woti ho ya as a reset na e revenge I am pass a reset now than I revenge.
Mamma say me bre ason fateme takra defo fateme pa me bre ason.
Me dem
10 seconds time ason.
Me dem no see no. Me nua be man ka be appointment na you revoke ni hwehwe me beti ma from back. Ba chonya no kre. Ka se revoke appointment a won ba back.
Me da say.
Mo be so mo from back. Anko mo be ye no suspended.
Ene abena pokoa. Renie lawyer kwesi boche junior ene kai kwesi na ebeka mu yade wase ama mu ene hwe yakra